What's going on with you, YouTube? It's your girl Goat the DIYer, and just welcome to my channel. You know, oh my gosh, I feel so lovely today. I'm telling you, ain't nothing better than the Lord. I'm telling you, ain't nothing better than putting God first, and I still struggle with doing that on a daily. But still in flesh, okay, okay. So look, I know the world right now is a little, mm-mm, but just keep God first and trust in Him. Put your worries into Him. Put your problems into Him. Give it to God, and you would immediately feel you will no longer be stressed about bills. You will no longer be stressed about the stress goes away immediately if you truly do it. But look, I just want to talk to you guys about how I started or how I knew I grew talent. So I can remember back when I always knew I can draw. I can color pretty and things like that. But one time I was at my grandma's house, right? And it was so boring. Y'all know us 90s babies, we ain't got it like these kids now. So I was in my grandma's backyard playing with my cousins and doing all this. And I decided in my head, I said, look, it's some wood out here. I see some tires off. It was like an old Flintstone car. I know y'all remember with the yellow top and the red sides. So yeah, I seen that and I'm like, okay, that bar up there, if I can get that bar out, and I can use those tires in this wood to build a go-kart. Cause it was like an old barn. It had nails on the ground, it had wood laying around. And I said, I'm gonna make me a go-kart because that Flintstone car was too big for me. I couldn't fit in it anymore. So look, nobody could fit it in anymore. It was me. I think I was next to the youngest. I was next to the youngest back then. So, and my other cousin was my age, so we just were too big. So I took the time, and I didn't have a hammer. I didn't have anything. I used another 2 bar four to beat a nail in, and I built a wooden something we can ride down the hill. But it didn't dawn on me until later in life that dang, that's really when I knew I had a talent to like try everything. So I seen I seen this guy. Actually, I went and got a tattoo from the guy. And I don't know if he was clean or not, but being grown, you want to be grown when you're in high school. But either way it go, I went to him and I seen that he was able to order a tattoo kit, and it was he said he ordered it off of Amazon, and there's no way I could get on Amazon and order anything. Come on, bro. I was like 10th or 11th grade, and we had a flea market. I said it's gonna have to be at the flea market. It's gotta be. The tattoo kit gotta be at the flea market. Hopefully there's some skin I can practice on there as well. So in the kit that I went to the flea market, found the kit. The kit had skin. The kit had skin, but you know one thing? I could not tattoo on that skin. I don't know whether it was the needles or the ink, the cheap China ink or whatever. I could not tattoo on that skin. So let me tell you what I did. You ready? I I asked somebody could I tattoo on their skin for $25 in food stamps. And she said yes. God rest her soul. God rest her soul. But she told me, yes, you can try it. And my first tattoo, I figured out how, I seen how the guy had put it on me. He used a speed stick deodorant to, like get the ink off, to get the ink off of the paper, right? So I was like, I can just do that to him. I did not. I don't think I. Oh yeah, I did. I did. I used alcohol to clean the skin. I didn't never shave the skin, but yeah, the tattoo came out amazing. I was like, okay, so I can do this. So I started doing tattoo parties, but it always come to the end. I always get bored. I got good at tattooing. I wouldn't say I was good. I wasn't an amateur. I guess I was the level after amateur, or maybe two. I don't know. I don't know for sure, but listen here. I tattooed and tattooed, and that got boring. I'm a type of person that once I get boring, I'm moving on. I'm moving on. I want to learn something new. So I got into after the whole tattoo thing, I got in construction. So let me tell you what happened. I had a cousin that worked on that same construction site, and it was Thanksgiving. It was around Thanksgiving holiday, and they were off. But it was that Friday, and he said, "Cuz, can you please take me to go pick up my check?" So I was like, "Yeah, I ain't got no problem. I'll take you down there." So when I got down there, when we got down there, he got his check. I was in the office running my mouth, didn't know nothing about construction, right? So he was like, I just signed my name on, some lines that they had like potential hire. I signed my name, put my number and my age, and they called me. They called me. I had zero experience, man. Zero. But when I got to turning signs, as everybody would say, it's a labor position. When I got to turning signs, that job is so hard. It's so hard. Let me tell you what happened on the job. I know this video is way out of character, but look, on the job, I stood in the street for 22 hours. 22, and I'm not lying. I'm not lying, bro. They were setting girders. I worked for a bridge company, and they were setting girders. I worked for 22 hours, and they brought me. And the only thing I had to eat that day, they went to McDonald's and brought us one double cheese. Back then, it was a double cheeseburger. McDoubles didn't exist. They brought us a double cheeseburger back, and it was cold. So in my mind, that ruined that position for me. Like, it didn't ruin it. It was already hard. Just being on your feet like that is boring. You gotta stand and you gotta be at attention at all times. That's a tough position. Shout out to whoever flipping signs right now, baby. Cause that was a tough job. But either way, after the 22 hours, I said, I wanna do what they do. I literally started sneaking on equipment. Because ain't nobody gonna show you. Ain't nobody gonna, you gotta do what you gotta do. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You gotta do what you gotta do to maintain. Like, you have to do it. So I started sneaking. I snuck on the mini excavator. I snuck on the front end loader. And I believe I snuck on the roller. Those so small machines, basic small machines. But people started noticing. The big dog started noticing, bro. So I was like, it came time for me to transfer. Like, the job was coming to an end. And that's another story about me leaving construction. The job came to an end and they were transferring out. So I asked the supervisor at the time for a raise, of course. And he didn't mind. He boosted me up like $3. And he sent me to Georgia, Milledgeville, Georgia. Now I ended up getting an accident there. I learned a lot of more machines, a lot of more. They ended up putting me in the crane. I had got so good at it, and then I got in an accident. And then in accidents, they treat you like crap after the accidents. So what I did was I settled for something amount, and they asked me not to sue or whatever. But either way it go, after the construction, I was tired. I wanted to learn something new. Concrete was it. I went to concrete. I wanted to be a finisher. I know you saying that's backwards right now. And that work right, they will kill you. It's hard on the body. It's hard on the body to pour concrete. But I fell in love with it just because I was good at it. I got good at it very, very quickly. A brick mason, after I started doing concrete, the first day, and I'm gonna put a picture here. I'm gonna put a picture here, and I'm gonna show you my first set of bricks that I laid. And it wasn't for a foundation or a home or anything like that. It was for like the drains that you see in the road, those big plates. You have to lift those up. But they could not believe that I hadn't done that before. I'm like, I mean, like it's pretty easy once you show. Like I'm a visual learner, so it's pretty easy once you show. But I got good at concrete, became the operator of concrete pouring on bridges. After that, guess what I wanted to do? Got bored with that. Got bored with being dusty all the time, being dirty all the time. So I tried carpentry. Baby, why they let me get into that? Well, I don't know. I have no idea. But I came good at that. Cause when you cut, your cuts gotta be accurate. I ain't cutting no board 2 or 3 times. I became a carpenter, and I started building things on the side for my, on my own, and I posted on Marketplace, and people would buy it for high dollar prices. And if I didn't charge them a high dollar, they would tip me a high dollar. They would tip me more than what I would charge them for the bed or for the cards. I was making like cards for people after I left the bridge job that I got in the accident, and yeah, I just started building everything. I started making stuff. Here we go, back bored. I was back bored with that. I didn't get bored with making stuff. I think that is one of my passions, to be creative and bring somebody's vision to life, things like that. But I don't know if my car. I had a charger during, I believe, that last construction job I had. I had a Dodge Charger, and I took that charger to get a tune up. After I paid it off, that's when the car wanted to tear up. You know, I paid the car off. I think cylinder two started misfiring, and also the key went bad. I couldn't do anything about the key, but I took that car to a dealership, and they wanted a like absurd amount of money to take out 8 or 9 bolts. Like, I could put that video here too. I think I recorded that back then, but I changed my own spark plugs, and I had to learn about that from YouTube. Thank you guys, whoever taught me, whoever video I watched. But it's crazy and insane how just because you don't know how to do something, people take full advantage of that. And I don't want to be treated like that. But people take advantage of if you don't know how to do something. It could be 8 bolts that they take out, put the 6 to 8 spark plugs in, gauge it or whatever. It ain't even that hard work to charge you, over $1,000 for stuff like that. It's really not that deep. It's not that dang on deep. So I wanted to be able to save money as a mechanic. I started changing people brakes. I learned that. I started changing radiators. I ain't too much do anything with motor or transmission, but I definitely will do cosmetic. I changed the alternator, the starter, the uh, you know, thermostat, things like that. I'll change suspension. I will change axle bearing, things like that. I'll change that. Ball joint. Ball joint is very, very difficult. So most of the time I get frustrated with those and just let them and just say no. Just say no. But any other thing basic car needs, I will do. I do my own oil change. I do my spouse's oil change. And I got good at that. And then there goes plumbing. I got the plumbing from working in Bridge. Well, actually, it was a job after the Bridge. I worked for Apple and Google building. We installed all the water lines, and it's just like everything came from that construction field. Even though I know I can do probably way more, cause you just gotta mess up, bro. You just gotta mess up. So either way it go, now guess what? I became a crane operator after all that. Really, honestly, because my mom got sick and I had to move back down. I had to drop significantly in wages for to move back down here. Became a crane operator, and guess what? I quit that job too. I ain't shame because it's probably the most clear headed I ever been. So many people settle. So many people settle because it's definite money. But is that job really worth your mental? Is that job really worth your kids' health? Like, and they don't care about stuff like that. If your kid gets sick, and if it's 2 days in a row, then they looking at you sideways. Or if lunch took too long or ran too long, they wondering why you back late from lunch. And who's to say every day of that week something don't happen? You just had a bad week, and it ain't really your fault, and you ain't did it intentionally. But they still look at you like you're a sorry worker. You can't be here on time. I like, should we even keep you? Like being like, I think is insane, and this is why I left the port. This is dang, I said the port. This is why I left the last job. I left the last job because I was waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning. 4 o'clock, bro. I was waking up 4 o'clock in the morning to pursue somebody else's dream. But yet I go, let's just say I had to be somewhere on Saturday and I started selling like signs and stuff like for the front door. I said, I'm gonna go to sell some signs at flea market at 12. I didn't even go. So you mean to tell me I can make somebody else's dream come true, be on time for them when I won't be on time for myself to build myself up? That's completely insane. And that's what we do as humans. You worrying about being on time to a job, but you will be late meeting your, let's just say it's your fiance, meeting your fiance at dinner. You late for that. You don't care about your life and how your expectation, your dreams. You rather please other people's dreams and work for their company. But anyway, I done talked y'all head off enough. I'm gonna go ahead and end this video by saying thank you for the like. Thank you if you decide to subscribe. I'm talking about describe. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Do me a favor if you haven't, please subscribe to the channel. It will be nothing but positivity in this room. You know what I'm saying? In this room. But I hope you like the content. Thank you. I appreciate you. And have a good one.